Folks, some real exciting things happening recently, and quite honestly, in my opinion, will make for some real big exciting things for all of us to come. Before we jump in, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe. It, of course, makes a huge impact on the YouTube algorithm, but more importantly, it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside knowing that you guys actually enjoy what I have to say. So to begin, the Ripple SEC lawsuit, as we all know, which has been going on since 2020, has just hit a massive milestone where the judge in charge essentially has said that XRP is not a security. Setting aside any and all of your purest thoughts about what crypto actually stands for, a lot of us in the crypto space have been made into very happy campers. This ruling is a big step forward, and not just for Ripple, but for all cryptocurrencies, as it sets an example for future cases about crypto and blockchain projects, which makes the rules clearer. And this is no doubt going to make a lot more people feel a lot more confident in investing in crypto. By winning the lawsuit, this is going to generate so many new opportunities, not just for the company, but for pretty much any other entity in the crypto space to grow and expand. Because while this lawsuit's been going on, life's been very difficult for Ripple and other cryptos, especially when it comes to partnerships and especially with banks, because no one was really clear about what the rules were. But now this ruling changes that and opens up a whole new world of partnerships and collaborations to take form in any number of exciting ways, which allows for faster growth and faster expansion. We've also been hearing a lot more from big money men, like Larry Fink from BlackRock, who's now saying that he sees crypto transcending traditional currencies, along with him highlighting many of the differentiating values that crypto has over other asset classes. Now, this is all stuff that the majority of us already in the space are well aware of, but it's also stuff that it's very important for those outside of the crypto space to be made aware of. We also have a lot of other mega financial money houses following suit and throwing their hat into the crypto ring. And lots of us still don't grasp the effect that this is going to have. When big institutions like BlackRock start getting more heavily involved into cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum, it will heavily benefit those who are already involved in smaller altcoins like Pulsechain, Pulsex, and Hex. And no, I don't believe that at this point in time, banks and other institutions will invest directly into Pulsechain. We aren't there yet. Not only have we been around for about 5 minutes, but the fact is the OA holding so much of the value simply makes for too much of a red flag for these big heavy hitters to take a chance and invest anything substantial. But that's okay. We don't need them, or certainly not yet. We're still primed to receive a windfall of money into the crypto, into our ecosystem that, in my opinion, is going to make us the story of the next bull cycle. And here's why. First, you have the new investors. When those big, heavy players put their money into well-known cryptocurrencies, it brings more attention and credibility to the whole market. That means that more people start looking at cryptocurrencies as a whole and become generally interested in investing in the space. As more investors come into the market, they start at the top with some of the obvious first thought cryptos like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, and then as their education grows, as the cycle progresses, they start then to explore different altcoins. Now, this of course increases interest and activity in those altcoins, which drives up price hugely. So even when the institutions aren't directly investing into smaller altcoins like Pulsechain directly, their involvement will no doubt create a ripple effect that makes those altcoins a lot more valuable. Then, of course, you have the folks that are already in the space who are already invested in the top tier blue chip coins, who will start taking profit almost immediately as they start seeing institutions pumping Bitcoin and Ethereum prices, and then they begin to look for smaller cap options to better capitalize themselves on the market condition. This is how essentially cycles and altcoin seasons exist, right? So in a nutshell, when big institutions get into cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, it creates a ripple effect that has a huge impact on the smaller, less established altcoins. Remember, these young, smaller ecosystems take a lot less money to see significant price movement than the larger ones. So this is why those already holding those coins seemingly get rich very quickly just by having the foresight in securing their positions early on. And this is why the real opportunity for those of us who have been around the block a few times and seen previous cycles, educated ourselves, done our own due diligence and research, and opted to secure strong positions in some of the strongest altcoins on the planet, like Pulsechain, Pulsex, Hex, and watch our already accumulated bags shoot up to the moon when the time comes. It's also important to note that we have an extremely strong vocal community. This means that we're able to really grab much more market share than the other projects and ecosystems vying for that same trickle-down money. This is because we are more passionate, more vocal, and basically making ourselves heard louder and a lot clearer than the competition. You couple this with the fact that we have an extremely polarizing head honcho in Richard Hart, who's about to release an albeit cringy documentary that is literally designed to grab attention and simultaneously educate people on how the crypto space should be working. And after the movie launch, this may get picked up by a streaming service, and boom, you get a whole new generation of crypto enthusiasts being inducted into a community that stands for all the wonderful things that we know and love about it: security, safety, control, decentralization. We are positioned almost perfectly to see a huge network effect that beats out all the other contending altcoins in a moment of time where big money is entering the market, but we are still not tied down by every regulation under the sun that could potentially restrict our gains. It's like a perfect storm created to make those people who are smart enough to get strong positions now very wealthy. Higher your expectations, folks, because if things work out the way that we hope they will, then we've seen nothing like this. I'm not a financial advisor, but damn,